Hey guys, welcome to Homework Help for Year 5, Term 3, Week 1. Homework starts on page 7 and it says, find the area of the following shapes. All measurements are in centimeters. Okay, so we have this shape here. This is called composite shape and it's made up of two rectangles. So we can divide this like this, or you can divide it like this, two rectangles. Now, so what you do is you find the area of the first one. Let's call this area 1 and this one area 2. So we broke the shape into two rectangles, and you find the area of the first rectangle and then the second rectangle, and then you add it together to get the area of the entire shape. That's one way you can do it. Or you can do what you can do is you can find the area of the big rectangle, the whole thing, minus the area of the piece that's missing, and you will get the remaining area of this shape. So what I'll do is I'll do the first method where we add the rectangles, and then I'll do the other one later for the other one so you can see. So I'm going to divide this shape this way. Okay, so this is 2 times 4, this will be 8. This is 7 times this length here. So this length is made up of, oops, I shouldn't draw this, just draw dotted lines. Now this is 5, so this also must be 5, and that's 2, this must be 2, so 2 plus 5, this will be 7. Okay, now, so this part is 8, and this is 7 times 7 must be 49. So we have two areas, so I'll call this area 1 and area 2. So area 1 is equal to 7 times 7, which equals to 49. Area 2 is equal to 2 times 4, which equals to 8. And then we add the area 1 plus area 2 to get the total area. So area total is equal to A1 plus A2, which equals to 49 plus 8, which equals to 57 centimeters squared. It has to be in centimeters squared because it's a unit of area. Now let's do this question B. We can imagine if the whole shape was filled up. Imagine I want to find the area of this entire rectangle. So that's going to be 11, that's the width, times the length. Now what's the length? We know that this is 8 and this is 3. So this is 3, this is 8, and this is another 3. So 8 plus 3 plus 3. So 8 plus 6, which is 14. So this has to be 14. I can say 11. So first of all, I'll write area of the big rectangle. The big rectangle is equal to 14 times 11. Now what's 14 times 11? That's going to be 154 centimeters squared. Now we got to find the area of this shape here, which is a square that's been removed. That shape has been removed from the rectangle to give us the remaining area. Okay, so area of the small square, and that's gonna be, it's gonna be what? It's gonna be 8 times 8. How do I know this is 8? Well, it's got a dash and that has a dash, so therefore the lengths are equal. Be 8 times 8, which equals to 64. So what we do is we take the area of the big rectangle, which is this, minus the area of this piece, and you will get the remaining piece, which is this. So 154 take away 64, let's do this subtraction here. This will be 14, oh actually no, this will be 4 take away 4, 0. 15 take away 6 will be 9. So the answer is 90 centimeters squared. This is the final area. Alright, next one. Again, I can do takeaway method. Okay, so this is 10, that's 10. So the area of the big piece is going to be 10 times 10. Area of the small piece will be 6 times 6. You can tell that's 6. And this must also be 6 because they both have a dash, so that's also 6. So we find the area of the big piece, take away the area of the small piece, and you'll get the remaining area, which is all of this stuff in here. So this will be, so you can work out this one by yourself. Okay, get the answer there, get the answer for the other one, take away, and you get the final area, which is down here. It'll be in centimeters squared. Alright, now to find the volume of this shape, what you can do, there's two ways. Now you can find, let's say I break this into two rectangular prisms. So here's your first rectangular prism, right? And then you have this second piece, which is this one here. So you can break it up into two pieces, and then you can add them to find the volume of each piece and add it together. So let's try that method first. I want to find the volume of this one. I'll call it V1. Volume 1. Volume 1 is equal to find the volume of this shape here. What I'll do is I'm going to take this length here, times it by the height, times it by the width. So it'll be length times width times height for rectangular prism. So we know the height is equal to 6, so that's going to equal to the height will be 6. Now what's the width? Let me just rub all this out first. Now the width of this thing is this length here. This length is equal to this length, which equals to this length, which equals to this length, which is 10. So the width is 10. Now what's the length? The length is how long this piece is. Okay. Now we know that from here to here is 12, given to us here. Oh, actually no, never mind, it's given to us. So the width here is 4, it's given to you up here. That's the width. So therefore we multiply by 4. 4 times 6 is 24, 24 times 10 is 240 centimeters squared. So V1 is equal to 240 centimeters squared. Now what's V2? So this is V1. I'm going to call this part V2. So V2 is equal to the same thing, length times width times height. So length, the length, I'm going to call this part the length, and it's given to us to be 8. 8 times width, width is also 10, and height is 3. So 8 times 3 is 24, 24 times 10 is another 240 centimeters squared. So the total volume total is equal to V1 plus V2, which is 240 plus 240 is equal to 480 centimeters squared. And there's your answer. That's one way you can do it. Another way you can do it is by finding the cross-section area and multiplying it down by how much layers we're stacking the cross-section area. So let me explain what that means. This here is called the cross-section area. Okay. Imagine if you have a bunch of these shapes stacked against each other. Keep stacking all the way. Alright, in this direction. You're stacking 10 centimeters in that direction. So to find the volume, all we got to do is find the cross-section area, which is this, and then we just multiply by 10 because we're stacking 10 centimeters in this direction. Right, so let's see what that means. So let's find the area of this composite shape. Okay, so to do that, I'm gonna do, let me see, which method will I use? I'm gonna use the taking away method. Okay, I'm gonna find the area of the big rectangle, which is this, and then I'm gonna take away the area of the rectangle that's being cut out, which is this piece, and then you get that area. Alright, so the area of the big piece will be 12. This will be 12 times it by 6. So I'm gonna say here, I'm gonna write over here actually. So the cross section area is equal to 12 times 6, which equals to 48. Oh, sorry, not 48, 72. 72, and we're going to take away the area of this piece, which is 8 times 3. So 72 take away, now 8 times 3 gives me 24, so take away 24. What's 72 take away 24? This will be 8, this will be 4, so that equals to 48. So the cross section area is equal to 48 centimeters squared. Oh, by the way, this is supposed to be a cube. Volume is always cube. Made a mistake there. Okay, so that's the, I'm going to call it CSA for cross section area. Now to find the volume is equal to the cross section area multiplied by, in this case it's 10. So we find the cross section area, which is this thing. Okay. And then we multiply it 10 by 10 because it's been stacked 10 units that way. So you do, so the volume is equal to 48 times 10, which is also 480. See, they're the same answer. You got two methods that will give you the same answer, so you can choose which method you want to use. Now I'm going to rub this out. Let's try that again. Okay. Now let's try the cross-section area method for this one here. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the area of this piece here. This is the cross-section. Okay. And then we're going to multiply it by 7. So, to find the cross-section area, we're going to divide this into 3 rectangles. Now the rectangle, let's call this one A1, A2 and A3. The cross section area, or let's call it CSA for short, is equal to A1 plus A2 plus A3. So let's find out what A1 is. A1 is equal to, you got 4 times 2 equals 8. A2 is, let me see, whoops, let me just get rid of this for a second. So we know this is 4, this piece here is 4, okay, that's 4, and this is 1, that's 5, that's 1 is 6, so that means that this whole length from here to here is 6. So we got 6 times it by 2, because that's 2. They're all 2. The heights of every single piece, this piece is 2, that's 2, and that's 2, because it's all the same as that. So 6 times 2, so A2 equals to 6 times 2, which equals to 12, and A3. So let's look at A3. Okay, A3, we know that this is 6, okay, from here to here. And then you got plus another 1 here, 7, plus another 1 here is 8. That, oh, and it tells you right there that that's 8. And this is another 2 this way. So therefore, A3 equals to 8 times 2, which equals to 16. So now we're going to add these all together. So the cross-section area is equal to all of these add together. You're going to get 36 centimeters squared. This is just an area. Alright, now to find the volume, volume equals to cross-section area multiplied by 7. So once you find the cross-section area, which is all of this, hold on. This is your cross-section area, and you can multiply by 7 because it's going 7 meters that direction. It's been stacked 7 meters in that direction. So cross-section area times it by 7, which equals to, here's a cross-section area, 36, so it'll be 36 times 7. Let me work that out real quick. 30, whoops. There'll be 36 times 7. 6 times 7 is 42. 7 times 3 is 21. 21 plus 4 is 25. So that's equal to 252 centimeters cubed. This is your volume. Okay, because since it's a unit of volume, it has to be centimeters cubed. Oh, sorry, not centimeters. I think it's meters. Because yes, all of these are in meters, so it should be meters cubed. Okay, there you go. Next page. The volume of a rectangular prism is 6,000 centimeters cubed. Given the height is 16, find the cross-section area. Haha. See, now we're looking at cross-section area. So you need to understand what that is. So here you have a rectangular prism, which looks something like this. Alright. One more. Yep. Now, we know that the height of this is 16 centimeters. Now they're saying, the question is, what is this cross-section area? The cross-section area can be the base. This is the cross-section area. So the volume is always cross-section area times it by either the height or the length or the width, or however, whichever way we're stacking. In this case is the height. Okay, so if we stack that rectangle at the bottom 16 centimeters high, we're going to get the volume. So it'll be cross-section, the volume is cross-section area times by the height, which is 16. And they gave us the volume, which is 6,000. So what that means is this. It means that 6,000 centimeters cubed is equal to cross-section area times by 16. So really, we want to find out what the cross-section area is. What's this number here? Something times 16 is 16,000. So to find the cross-section area, we do a reverse. Okay, we reverse things. So we take 6,000 and we divide it by 16. And let me see what that is. Let's simplify this. Let's divide the top and bottom by 4. Okay, what's 60 divided by 4? That's going to give me 15. So that's going to be 1500. And 16 divided by 4, that's going to give me 4. Okay, so I can keep dividing further. Let's divide it by 2 next. Divided by 2, I get 7,500. Divided by 2, I get 2. I can divide it by 2 again. And let's see what 750 divided by 2. Let's see what that is. 7 divided by 2, you get 3. 2 times 3 is 6. Take away, you get 1. Bring down to 5. This will be 15 divided by 2 is 7. 2 times 7 is 14. Minus, you get remainder 1. Bring down to 0. And 10 divided by 2 is 5. So the answer is, so the cross-section area is equal to 375 centimeters squared. And there's your answer. Okay, so you have to do a bit of division to find it out. Now the reason I did division is because look at this question here. Imagine if I have a similar question. What if I had like 10 is equal to something times it by 5? How do you find that something? Well, we do reverse. We take 10 divided by 5. Okay, and that's the same thing as this. We take 6,000 divided by 16. It's the same concept. Alright, moving on to the next question. Find the volume of water in a tank with sides. Okay, so the volume is asking to find the volume. So volume equals to length times width times height for a rectangular prism tank. This tank is also a rectangular prism, and it's got the size of 20, 10 and 12. Doesn't matter where I put it, it's just going to be something like this. Okay, doesn't matter which, maybe 12 was down here and this will be 20, doesn't matter. All you need to know is that these are the units of length, width and height, and to find the volume we just multiply them together. 20 times 10 times 12, and you will get the answer. Now just leave your now the answer, whatever you get, is going to be in centimeters squared, okay? Because these are all in centimeters, centimeters, centimeters. So when you multiply them, the answer is going to be in centimeters squared. So let's have a look here. 20 times 10 is 200. 200 times 12. 2 times 12 is 24 with 2 zeros. So that means your answer is going to be, let me rub this out. So your answer is going to be 2400 centimeters squared, cube, not squared, yes, cube. Now it says, what is the volume of water? Find the volume of water. When we want to find the volume of water, we don't usually leave it in centimeters squared. We usually leave it in milliliters or liters. Okay, so let's change this one into milliliters. Now remember that 1 centimeter cube is equal to 1 milliliter. So this must equal to 2,400 milliliter. Let's change it to liters. Okay, so to change it to liters, we know that 1 liter is equal to 1,000 milliliters. So therefore 2,400 milliliters divided by 1,000, you're going to get 2.4 liters. And that's your answer. Question 3. The volume of a cube is, now to find the volume of a cube, you have, here's a cube. The cube is the same as a rectangular prism. You multiply the length and the width and the height. The only difference is that the length, width and height are all the same numbers. So 3 numbers that are the same multiply to give me 216. It says find the length of each side. So what do you think, what number multiplied itself to give me 216? Okay, you can work that out. Just give it a test. Just do a guess and check. Try, I don't know, 3. 3 times 3 times 3. Does that give me 216? No. 3 times 3 is 9. 9 times 3 is 27. So try 4. 4 times 4 times 4. 4 times 4 is 16. 16 times 4 is 64. So it can't be 4. Try 5 and 6 and 7. Should be one of them. Alright. And whatever the answer is, so is it 5? Is it 5 times 5 times 5? Whatever the answer is, whatever number you get, that's going to be your length of each side. So it could be 5 times 5 times 5, or it could be 666 or 777. Work out what that number is. Okay, next one. The volume of a cube is 27 meters cubed. Find the surface area. So here we have a cube and we have the volume equals to 27 meters cubed. Now this one, I can tell you this one. So the volume is 3 numbers that are the same multiplied to give me 27. So what 3 numbers? We know the answer is going to be 3 times 3 times 3. Okay, so which means that each side length must be 3. Now we have the side length. We're asked to find the surface area. How do you find the surface area of an object, of a cube? Well, that's pretty simple. You find the area of one surface, so it'll be 3 times 3, which is 9. So the area of this square surface is 9. Okay, so one of the faces of this cube is equal to 9 meter squared. How many faces does a cube have? It has 6 faces. So therefore, to find the total surface area, the surface area is equal to, we got 6 lots of 9, 6 times 9, and you get the answer. And put that in centimeters cube, no, squared. Yes, because it's a unit of area. Surface area, okay? Alright, next one. Now the volume of a cube, oh whoops, question 5. 3 meter cube is equal to, I see, 3 meter cube. Alright, now let's establish that 1 meter cube is equal to, what is that? It's equal to, I think it was 1 meter, I think it was 1,000 liters. 3 meter cube. Now also 1 meter cube is also equal to what was it? 1 meter. I think 1 million centimeter cube. So 1 meter cube is a million. So 3 meter cube must equal to 3 million centimeters cube. Now remember that 1 centimeter cube is equal to 1 milliliter. So these are going to be exactly the same. So this will be 3 million centimeters cube. Oh, sorry, milliliters. Okay. Now to change it to liters, we just have to divide it by 1,000, because 1 liter is equal to 1,000 milliliter. You have this much to divide it by 1,000 to see how much liters we get. So when we divide it by 1,000, we're going to cross out 1, 2, 3. That means it's 3,000 liters. How many kiloliters? Now 1 kiloliter is equal to 1,000 liters. So we divide this by 1,000 again. 1, 2, 3, and we get 3. Okay. Oh, by the way, I should put these zeros back in here. And there's your answer. Question 6. The volume of water in a tank is shown below. The volume of water in a tank is shown below. Is 5/6 of its capacity. Find the capacity of the tank. So this is 5/6 of the capacity. Okay, so that means that we're missing this piece here. Okay, so let me see. Imagine if I took this, and because this is the height of the water, right? And I divide it into 5 even pieces. This is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5. This is 5/6, okay? And the last part here is 6. So we only have, the water only goes up to here. It's not complete yet. It's missing that 1/6 there. Alright, now we know that when it's 5/6 is 15 centimeters. So let's divide 15 divided by 5. How much is, how high is the water each? Well, it's going to be 3 centimeters. 15 divided by 5 is 3. Each of these layers is 3 centimeters. So that means that this that means that this piece here must also be 3 centimeters. So what's the height of the entire tank when the water is filled up? Well, when it's 5/6 full, it's only 15 centimeters. When it's really full, it's gonna be 15 plus 3 is 18 centimeters high. See, that's the part I'm trying to find. I'm trying to find the height of the entire tank. So what I mean is that this tank, when the water is full, it's gonna be 18 centimeters high. And this is the top of the tank, filling the tank. Alright, so we know the height is 18, we know the length is 22, and the width is 10. So it says, find the capacity of the tank. So that means that find how much water the tank can hold all together. So that means we have to find the volume of this tank when it's full. So there'll be 18 times 22 times 10. and this will give us a number in centimeters cube. Now it says find capacity. To find capacity, we cannot leave it in centimeters cube, we must change it into milliliters or liters. Okay, so once you get to this one, once you get the answer for this, you're going to change it from there into milliliters. And whatever number you get here is going to be exactly the same here, because 1 centimeter cube, let me rewrite that. 1 centimeters cube is going to equal to 1 milliliter. It's the same thing. And then once you get here, if the number is really big, if the numbers is like, you know, within the hundreds, just leave the answer as it is. If the number is bigger than 1,000, then change it to liters by dividing it by 1,000. So imagine, right? Imagine if the number was 2,200 milliliters, and then we wanted to get to liters, we divide it by 1,000. When you divide it by 1,000, decimal place goes back 1, 2, 3, and you get 2.2 liters. Okay, but obviously I just made that number up. That's not the real answer, unless it is. I don't know. I don't think it is. So there's milliliters, and to turn from milliliters to liters, we divide it by 1,000. Okay, so get the answer in liters or milliliters. Now, the question 7. A rectangular tank measuring 13 centimeters, 25 centimeters, and 12 centimeters is filled 1/3 filled with water. Find the volume of the tank. So all you gotta do is find the volume of the tank when it's full. So let's see, this is 25 by 13 by 12, it doesn't matter, something like this. So let's find the volume of the tank when it's full. So that means the volume when it's full, it will be 12 times 13 times 25. Get the answer there. And now we want the water to be only 1/3 full, not full. So that means whatever answer you get here, okay, you have to divide it by 3. We want to see how much water will only be when it's 1/3. And one third is just when you divide a number by 3. So whatever answer you get there, just divide it by 3 and you will get the answer in centimeters cube. And that's how much water. And then if you understand how to do capacity, please try and convert it to milliliters or liters. If you don't know, then just leave it like this. It's fine. Alright, on to the next page. Whoops. Okay, page 9. Find the area of the shaded figure. So to find the area, we just find the area of the big one minus the area of the small one. Because when you find the area of the big one, here's what happens. You get all of this. Okay, and then what happens when you find the area of the small one? This is what's going to happen. You find the area of the small one and you minus it, and when you minus the small one, you get the remaining shaded region. That's what happens. So do that for the next 4 questions. Question 9. Fill out this table. Okay, so this one, I think you can do this one no problem. So 1 cube just means 1 times 1 times 1. 2 cube just means 2 times 2 times 2. 3 times 3 times 3. So this one will be 216. You can do the rest. I think you can multiply. It's not a big deal. Question 10. The volume of a cube is 125 centimeters cube. Find the size. Find the size. All right. So imagine you have a cube, and its volume is equal to 125. Now 5 times 5 times 5 is 125, which means that because the volume of a cube is something times something times something equals 125, and all these numbers are exactly the same, we can tell that it's going to be 5 times 5 times 5. So each side must be 5 centimeters in long, right? So each side is 5 centimeters. 27, we know that's going to be 3 times 3 times 3, so each side must be 3 centimeters. And so on. You do the rest. The following cube, find the area of one of the... Okay, this one, be careful, read it properly. Question 13, the side of a cube is 4 centimeters, find the volume. So if you have a cube, each side is 4 centimeters, what's the volume? Volume equals 4 times 4 times 4, done. Alright, work it out, get the answer, and moving on to question multiple choice. Question 1. Just work it out, you know, work out what the answer is. 4 squared just means 4 times 4. So that's that one, that's another 4 times 4, and that's another 4 times 4. Find the answer to all of these and then add them together. It's because we got the addition there. No, not hard. Alright, next one. Question 2, the sum of 12 and 9 is multiplied by the products. So when you see the word and, put it in brackets. These two numbers, put it in brackets. 12 and 9. 7 and 2. Alright. Now all we gotta do is read the thing in front of the word 12 and the sum of 12 and 9. So 12 plus 9. Because it says sum. And the word in front of the 2 and 7 is product. The product of 7 and 2, product means times, so 7 times 2. Okay? And now what we have? So the sum of this and the product of that, and what do we have there, is multiplied. So that means that we put a multiply in there. So work out the stuff in the brackets first because of BODMAS, right? This will be what, 21? And this will be 14, and then you gotta multiply them. Multiply, get the answer. Question 3. We were buying cutlery for the kitchen. 4 of the forks that we like could be bought for $46.24. We need 9 of them. The 9th would cost how much? 4 of the forks will cost this much. So let's see. So what I will do, I will divide this by 4, because 4 forks is gonna cost $46.24. So we're gonna divide it by 4 to find out what 1 fork is gonna cost. So let's do some division. Okay, 46.24 divided by 4. 4 divided by 4 is 1. 1 times 4 is 4. Take away, no remainder. Bring the next number down. 6. 6 divided by 4 is 1. 1 times 4 is 4. Take away, we get remainder of 2. Bring the next number down. 22 divided by 4. 22 divided by 4 is 5. 4 times 5 is 20. Take away, we get 2. Bring the next number down. 4. 24 divided by 4 is exactly 6. No remainders. Okay, so the answer is 1 fork is going to cost you $11.56. Now the question is, we need 9 of them. So you're going to multiply this number. So 1 fork costs, now how much would 9 forks cost? So you're going to multiply this by 9. Okay, multiply by 9 and then get the answer for the multiple choice. Alright, question 4. The sum of 2 numbers is 30 and the difference is 8. The product will be what? So now you have to guess what 2 numbers add to 30. So imagine if you have some number, let me just write it up here. A number plus another number is 30 and the difference is 8. Difference means subtraction. So if I have this number, take away this number is equal to 8. So what 2 numbers? You have to guess and check. Once you find the answer, it says their product will be what? The product means times. So once you get the answer, you're going to take that number times that number and you'll get one of these solutions. Okay, question 5. A student has 6 cubes of side 1 centimeter. The student arranged them in 2 different ways as shown in the diagram. What would be the difference in the surface area of the 2 configurations? Okay, so how do you find the surface area? Now we know that the cubes have sides 1 centimeters, 1 and 1. So let's find the surface area of this shape. Well, it's got, 1 times 1 is 1. So that means that one of the faces is going to be one face, the area is going to equal to 1 times 1, which equals to 1 centimeters squared. So one face is 1 centimeter squared. Now, how many of these do we have? Just count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now there's 6 on each of these sides, right? So the front face has 6, the top has another 6, the back has another 6, and the bottom has another 6. So there's four sides times by 6. That gives me 24. Alright, and then you got this this one and this one. So 24 plus 2. 1, 2. So plus 2, that means there's 26. So the surface area of this shape is 26 centimeters squared. Alright, that's for this shape. Now let's look at this shape here. It's got, let's say, remember that each of these faces is 1 centimeter squared. Okay, and let's see how many of these do we have. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. On the other side, on the back is also, so we got 6 in the front, 6 in the back. Now the top has 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you got this face over here, which is 5. So there's 5. Okay, there's that way that goes up, and then that way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we got 6 plus 6 plus 5. Now let's look at the sides. We got this side is 1, this side is 2. So then on this side you have another 1, so it's 3. And then the bottom is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. So plus another 4. Plus all together, what do we get? We get 12. 12 plus 5 is 17. 17 plus 3 is 20. 20 plus 4 is 24. So the surface area of this shape is 24 centimeters squared. Now it says, what would be the difference in the surface area? What's the difference? How much more or less is one of them compared to the other one? So one of them is 26, the other one's 24. What's the difference? Difference, just do a subtraction, okay, and get the answer. Alright, next one. Question 6. A box has a rectangular base measuring 8 by 6 meters. What must be its height for the volume to be 72? Now remember that, I'll just draw a quick box here. Alright, and it's 8 by 6. Now the height is, we don't know, but we do know the volume is equal to 72. Now the volume is equal to the length times it by the width times it by the height. So 8 times 6 times it by the height will give me 72. So 8 times 6, this is going to be 48. 48 times it by what number is going to give me 72? Well, how do we work it out? We do a bit of backwards, working backwards, okay? So imagine, what I mean by working backwards is, imagine you have 2 times something is equal to 6. How do you find that something? Well, you say 6 divided by 2 will give me that something, isn't it? 6 divided by 2 is 3. 2 times 3 is 6, okay? So same concept, you got 48 times something is equal to 72. So that something is going to equal to 72 divided by 48. Now you're thinking, oh wait, hold on. 72 divided by 48, that's not going to give me a whole number. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's a whole number or not. The concept is still the same. So to find that number, to find the height, we just take 72 divided by 48, put it into a fraction. And once it's in a fraction, you can simplify it. Let's simplify this. I can divide this by 6. I can divide this by 6. If I divide the top by 6, I'll get 12. If I divide the bottom by 6, I will get 8. Oh, I can simplify this even further. Okay, let's divide it by 4. Divided by 4. So I'll get 12 divided by 4 will give me 3. 8 divided by 4 will give me 2. So therefore, my answer is the height is equal to 3 over 2. What's the units in? It was in meters, right? Yes, in meters here. See, 8 by 6 meters. So this will also be in meters. Now I don't like to leave as 3/2 meters. Let's turn this into, this is an improper fraction, let's turn it into mixed numeral. So 3 divided by 2 will give me 1, and remainder 1 and number 2. So it'll be 1.5 meters. So that's 1.5 meters. Boom. And let's have a look, see if our answer is correct. Whoa, so messy. Let me rub some of this stuff out. Okay. I know my answer was 1.5. I just said it before. So where's the answer? There you go. Question 7. Write the numeral for 5,051 and 300th. So 5,000. So we know it's going to be 5,000. Okay. And 51. So 51 is like this. And right, so that means that when you write it, you're going to write 5051 and 300ths. So 300 is like this. This is the 300th. So that means it's going to be like this and like this. Okay. Question 8. A water tank is 3/5 full of rainwater. It would take another 24 liters of water to fill it. Okay, so at the moment, let's imagine, I'm going to draw a water tank. Imagine that this is a water tank. Oh my god, what? Why did that happen? Okay, forget it. So this is a water tank. Imagine it's not exactly proportional, but imagine that it's proportional. Now, it is 3/5 full. So imagine if I divide this into 5 pieces. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Whoops. Okay, so at the moment it's 3/5 full. So let me just color in some water. So imagine the water reaches up to here. Alright. There you go. So at the moment it's 3/5 full. This is 3/5. Okay, 3 out of 5. Now it would take another 24 liters of water to fill it up. So if we add another 24 liters, so if I add, this is 24 liters, it will be, it will take another 24 liters of water to fill it. So if I add another 24 liters, it will fill the whole tank. So that means this 24 liters, remember, if this is 3/5, so what's this part? This is 2/5. So 2/5 of the tank is going to equal to 24 liters because that's how much it takes to fill it up, right? So using this information, the question is how many liters of water could the tank hold altogether? Okay, so let's find out. So we know that 2/5 of the tank is equal to 24 liters. What's 1/5 of the tank? Let's find out what 1/5 is. So you see how these two pieces, let me color that in red. See how these two pieces, that's one piece, and this second piece makes up 24. So let's do 24 divided by 2 and find out what one piece is. So one piece is 24 divided by 2 is 12. So this has to be 12. So 1/5 of the tank is equal to 12 liters. So how much water can the whole thing take? Well, the 5/5, find out how much if the tank is full. If one, so from this one to this one, we divided by 2. We divided by 2. From 1/5 to 5/5, we times it by 5. So we times this by 5 and we get 60 liters. So the tank can hold a total of 60 liters. That's how you work it out. Alright, I need to rub this stuff out. Hope you don't mind. Need some working out space. Question 9. On emptying his money box, Tati found 13 5-cent coins. So he's got 13 times 5-cent coins. 8 20-cent coins, 12 50-cent coins, and 6 $2. 6 times, remember $2, this is in dollars and this is in cents, so let's change dollars into cents. This is 200 cents, so 6 times 200 cents. Okay, how much more would he need to make $30? Okay, let's add them all up. Let's see. Actually, you know what, let's leave this in dollars. So you got 6 times $2, that'll be $12, right? Okay, let's see how much all of these add up to. So we got 13 times 5 will be 65 cents. 8 times 20 is 120 cents, or that could be $1.20. 12 times 50 would be $6. So we got to add all these up. Okay, so $12 plus $6, that makes $18. $18 plus another $1.20, and that'll be $19.20. And then you're gonna add another 65 cents. So add another 65 cents, and that will be 5. This will be 8. This will be 9. So $19.65. Now the question is, how much change, or how much more do you need to get to $30? So we do a subtraction. So we do $30, take away $19.85 to find the difference in money that you need. Okay, work that out, get the answer for question 9. Again, I'm going to have to rub all this stuff out because I have no room here to write. Alright, you can go back and pause the video and work on the question 9 and 8 or whatever. Question 10. How many numbers can be formed by rearranging the digits of the number? For example, you could have that, and so on. How many of these numbers will start with a 2? Alright, let's see. Let me think. How many start? Well, let me... if you want to start the number with a 2, so you have a 4-digit number. Here is the 4 digits. If you want to start the number with a 2, that means you have to put a 2 in the first column, right? The second column can be any number. We don't really care. It could be a 4 or an 8 or 9. So we don't really. This could be now. So how many numbers can go into the second one? Well, we got 3 different types of numbers, so we can put 3 different numbers in there. Once we use this number, how many numbers left to put into the third column? Well, there's only 2 left. Once you use one of them, you got 2 left. And then once you use that one, how many numbers from the last one? You got 1 left. So all we got to do is times these, and we get how many combinations? You get 6. If you don't believe me, you can try it. Well, the first number has to be a 2, right? So the second number can be a 4 or 8 or 9. If the second number is a 4, what's the third number? The third number can only be an 8 or 9. If the second number was an 8, the third number could only be a 4 or a 9. And this one could only be a 4 or 8. Now if the second number, let's look at it this way, right? If the third number was an 8, the last number must be a 9. If the third number was a 9, the last number must be an 8. This, if the third number was a 4, last number must be a 9, and this one must be a 4, this one must be an 8, or this one must be a 4. So how many combinations? You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. As you can see, there's still 6. Okay, so I just draw a tree diagram to show you, illustrate to you all the possible combinations. And I can even write out all the possible combinations for you. Watch. So the first one would be 2, 4, 8, 9. Second one will be 2, 4, 9, 8. Third one could be 2, 8, 4, 9. Next one, 2, 8, 9, 4, 2, 9, 4, 8, and 2, 984. See, all 6 combinations. There's no other combinations left. 6 is the answer. Alright, hope that helps.